Hello everybody and welcome to another reaction video, and today we are going to be reacting to another band I have never heard of before, and this band is called Hallatar. Hallatar? Hallatar. Anyway, like I said, never heard of them before, so obviously, as is my thing, I did a little bit of research. And I came up with a fair bit of information, actually. Hallatar are a Finnish atmospheric doom/death metal band formed in Jyväskylä, I apologise if I got that wrong, in 2016. So, a Finnish atmospheric doom/death metal band. Now, anybody who's seen this channel a few times knows that doom is one of my favourite genres of metal, so very much looking forward to that. The band's name, Hallatar, apparently means the Queen of Frost, and was founded by guitarist, bassist and keyboardist Juha Raivio, probably pronounced that horribly wrong, as a tribute to his girlfriend Alea Leanne Stanbridge. From the bands Alea, That Which Remains and Trees of Eternity. Now, I've never heard of Alea, the band. I've possibly heard That Which Remains, but Trees of Eternity is a band that I really enjoy. And I remember that Trees of Eternity broke up because one of their band members died. And it turns out that the band member that died was this Alea. She died of cancer in 2016, which is apparently what prompted Juha to create this band as a tribute towards her. As a little bit of a side note, not to do with this band, but she also did guest vocals for Amorphis and Swallow the Sun. So, you know, it's quite a... The band itself is born out of a bit of a tragedy. And with it being a doom band, it's almost sort of fitting in a way. And I don't mean that in a sort of, you know, it's a great way to start a band. It's, you know, if you're going to make a band that is a tribute to someone that you loved who has passed on, doom... It's almost fitting, really, because you don't want it to be... I know what I mean, you know. You don't want it to be like... I know what I mean, I just can't put it into words. So, it's quite a bit of an interesting... history to the band there. Anyway, the track we're going to listen to is a track called Mirrors. And I tried to do a little bit of research into the track itself, didn't really find anything, but I do have the lyrics up here. So I'll do my usual. I'll put a link to the original video in the description below. I'm very intrigued to see where this goes, because like I said, I really like doom metal. So yeah, I think we'll get straight into it, he says, after nearly 4 minutes of waffling on. So yeah, we'll get straight to it and see what happens. So this is Mirrors by Hallatar. very strange. This is very unusual. I mean, as the song opened, as the track opened, you know, there was a very definite doom vibe to it. You know, there's a really slow sort of chugging guitar. Not as deep as I would have expected for a doom track, but still, you know, and it was very obvious. It was a very slow build-up, and there's a bit where it sort of paused and sort of everything stopped, and I was expecting, like, as the lyrics came in, I was expecting the music to suddenly sort of thunder in, but that didn't happen. It didn't happen. It just came in with just spoken vocals in a vocal style I didn't expect. I was sort of expecting more of a sort of guttural, growled, sort of maybe My Dying Bride-esque vocal style. But instead it came in with that sort of high-pitched, almost black metal vocal style. But then after that first verse was done, then the music came in, and the tone of the vocals may have changed slightly, or it might just be because it was accompanied by the music when he did the next verse. And then, suddenly, out of nowhere, I can only imagine it's meant to be the chorus, some clean vocals come falling in, and his voice is really, really good. As for the actual meaning of the song itself, I'm not entirely certain yet, but it seems possibly about someone that is reflecting on their life. Possibly, I'm not sure. With it being mirrors, called mirrors, that's possible. But it says, breathing in all my fears, integrating my tears, let me be what I am all, I am none, alone. And then it goes, in the eye of the storm, silent rest at the core, breathing through all my dirt, all my pain and my hurt, alone. See, I'm not sure what this all means. Now, when it says breathing in all my fears, integrating my tears, is that him sort of trying to face his fears, and, you know, rather than panicking, he's sort of steadying his breath, you know, breathing in all my fears? Is he sort of like going, okay, this stuff scares the living out of me, but, you know, if I just try and stay calm, keep my breath steady, you know, I'll be able to face up to it? I'm not sure. Integrating my tears, you know, I don't know, is that like, you know, again, facing in, you know, the things that scare him, you know, things that he's afraid of, you know, it evokes an emotional response, you know, and what an emotional response to fear, more often than not, is crying. I'm not sure. Let me be what I am all, I am none. Not sure. In the eye of the storm, silent rest at the core. Now, is that talking about inner turmoil? In the eye of the storm, you know, no matter how bad a storm is, there is always going to be a calm part of it in the middle. You know, no matter how bad a storm is, there is always calm somewhere, and it'll be right in the middle, and you need to find that safe spot. Maybe. Breathing through all my dirt, all my pain and hurt, alone. So, when it says breathing through all my dirt, all my pain and hurt, is that him, you know, trying to work his way through all of the bad things he's done in his life? You know, that being all his dirt, all his pain and all his hurt. So he's trying to work his way through everything bad that he's done, everything bad that's happened to him as well. You know, he's trying to organise things, as it were. Trying to figure his way through. This has happened to me. This has happened to me. This is what has happened. Trying to organise it, trying to make sense of it. Is that what it is? I'm not really sure. It says falling through the mirrors of my mind. Again, is that like going through your mind and reflecting on everything? I'm not sure. The mirrors that have held, falling through the mirrors of my mind that have held me safe and blind, falling free. I can't see the end. Just let the air now caress my skin. Now, is it that the mirrors of his mind were like maybe reflecting all of the bad stuff away from him, so he didn't need to think about it? So almost like protecting him from everything bad that's happened to him, so he's sort of not thinking about all the bad stuff that's happened to him or all the bad stuff that he's done. But now that he's falling through these said mirrors, he's shattered the glass and all of these things have come flooding in, and now he can't see the end because there's so much coming in at him all at once. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what to make of this, but it's very interesting the way the song's been structured, and it's not what I was expecting. Let's carry on, see where this goes. Well, that was some of the strangest doom I've ever heard. Sorry, my voice went a bit weird then, didn't it? Let's look at the rest of the lyrics first of all. Well, before I try and wrap my head around what I actually just listened to. As the song carried on, he actually came back in with deep guttural lyrics. So he's gone for so many different vocal styles in this, and it's really, really good. Because, as I've said before, I like it when bands do that. You know, they mix up vocal styles. You know, normally it's like 2 different vocal styles at most, but this one he's throwing everything, and you know, you got the black metal vocals, and you got, I'm pretty sure it's a slightly different tone of black metal-esque vocals, then you've got the clean vocals, and then you've got the guttural vocals, you know, so you've got at least 3, maybe 4 different styles of vocals coming in here, and it's really, really good, because I like it when they do that. You know, it keeps the song really, really interesting, keeps you on your toes. Anyway, excuse me, he came in with, in the distance, dreams dissolve, every crutch that I hold, falling through, burning up, I unveil and give up, alone. So, in the distance, dreams dissolve. So it's like, as I was saying before, I'm not entirely sure what this is about, but there seems to be a sudden influx of information that's coming into him, like, he sort of shielded himself away from everything that had happened to him in his entire life, like all the bad things that had happened, everything bad that he'd ever done. You know, he sort of deflected them away from himself with these mirrors. I don't know what is going on with my voice at the minute, but now, it's all coming back to sort of haunt him, and it's like, in the distance, dreams dissolve. So all the bad stuff is coming towards him. So you know, is he losing sight of everything positive that he has, or everything positive he was looking forward to? I don't know. It says, every crutch that I hold falling through and burning up. So everything he's using to sort of hold himself up, to keep himself standing tall, is sort of crumbling beneath him, sort of like burning away, and so he feels himself falling. You know, it's an interesting look at it. He says, I unveil and give up. So, you know, the amount of negativity and all the bad stuff that's coming towards him, it's just weighing down on him too much, and he's just like, you know what, I can't handle this. There's nothing I can do. I hold my hands up. I can't deal with this. I don't know. And he goes, see the pieces of my life scattered far and wide, broken open by my heart, my beliefs torn apart, I rise. So now that, you know, he's sort of given up, you know, he's seen, you know, all this oppression is bearing down on him, he can't handle it anymore, and then he's sort of sitting there, and he sees, you know, his life shattered, you know, he sees all the broken pieces of his life, and he's sort of like examining what he's got, you know, and he can see like what he has got, what he's done, what has happened to him, and he's like, he can sit there, he can analyze it, and he can sort of turn around and go, do you know what, I can take all this, I can become a better person, I'm going to make myself a better person. He says, I rise, you know, so he sort of looks, he's basically looked at everything in his life, all the good, all the bad, everything, and he's turned around and gone, do you know what, I can make something good of this, I will become a better person, I will rise and become a... And it says, I am here to... Carries on though, says, I am here to be undone, my illusions let me go. So he's like, I don't know what that means, you know, he's like, I am here to see every aspect of my life, you know, to be undone, to be laid bare maybe, you know, to have my entire life exposed before me. And it says, my illusions let me go. So it's like, there is nothing to hide anymore. You know, I can't hide behind anything. I cannot hide anything anymore. I can see everything clearly now. Is that what it means? I'm not sure. I really don't know what the meaning of this song is. Like I said, I couldn't find anything about it. If anybody can shed any light on it, then please do so by all means. As for the actual performance of the track itself, it was very, very interesting. It was very unusual from most doom metal that I listen to. Obviously, doom does have its vast variations, and it was good musically. It was fantastic vocally. It was very, very interesting. It was a very interesting piece of music, and I am very interested to hear some more of their stuff. As I understand it, they only have one album out that was released in 2017, and I'm very, very interested to hear it. I shall actually have to actively seek this thing out, because yeah, I'll be very interested to see what variations they have in the style. Very interesting, and they're only 3-piece by the looks of things as well, so very interesting. I will have to listen to some more. But I'm going to have to leave that as it is, because I can't think of much else to say about it. If anybody would like to suggest another track for me to react to, then please do so by all means. You can drop a comment in the comment section below, or you can message me on my Facebook or my Instagram. The links to those are in the description below. But do be aware that if you do suggest a track, it might take me a while to get around to it, since I get suggested dozens of tracks every single day, and my list grows faster than I can record videos. But rest assured, I do write down every suggestion I get given, so it will get done eventually. It might take a while, but it will get done. Also, Metalhead Reacts is a proud supporter of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are a British-based charity who are focused on putting an end to hate crimes, mostly aimed towards those of the alternative subculture, whether it be alternative fashion, music, lifestyle, what have you. Because anybody who knows the story about Sophie Lancaster knows how the foundation came to be. It's a horribly tragic story, and it's unfortunate that the circumstances surrounding the creation of the Sophie Lancaster Foundation had to happen before people actually took notice of the fact that this sort of thing was happening. Like, people who listen to alternative music or dress in alternative fashion getting randomly and viciously attacked, physically, verbally, what have you, just for looking different. It's beyond ridiculous. It's reprehensible, you know. And there's no logical reason behind it either, you know. No one can validate it. You know, there is no valid excuse for doing it. You know, you can't turn around and say, you know, I beat this person to within an inch of their life just because I don't like the music they listen to. I mean, in reality, how much does that affect you? You know. They can sit in their house, listen to all the music they want, yet as soon as they step outside of their house with no music playing, it becomes so offensive to you that you can beat them within an inch of their life. It makes no sense. It's ridiculous. And I've made this comparison a couple of times. It's like going out and shooting somebody in the face because they like vanilla ice cream but you like chocolate. You know, it's absolutely stupid thing. You know, it's ridiculous. You know, there is no logic behind it, because what these people do, the way they dress, the music they listen to, doesn't affect you in your everyday life. It has no effect on you at all. You're just basically looking for a fight. You're looking to make yourself look big in front of your mates, and it doesn't make you look big. You're a f***ing coward, you know, just for attacking someone because they are different. And, you know, we've got enough of this division in the world as it is. We've got enough with politicians, you know, forcing fear and racism and stuff upon us. You know, we don't need any more of this crap. So, you know, it needs to stop. And sorry, I'm getting a bit off course here, but you know, it's something that needs to stop. I think it's a very worthwhile charity. If you want to find out more about Sophie Lancaster Foundation, then there is a link to their website in the description below. Yeah, you can pop over there, find out what they're doing at the moment, find out what their target goal is, because they can explain it considerably better than I can, because I go off on tangents all the time. And if you can help them in any way at all, even if it's something as simple as buying one of these £1 bracelets, you know, even that helps immensely. You know, any help is very much appreciated by them. So if you can help them in any other way, that's fantastic. But we'll leave that as it is for the time being. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.